Okay, well, here's Huon's mast lying on the supports as we're going to refurb a few things, mainly the pulleys which we've just got out of the mast. The main black halyard pulley, which is the bigger one, that one was not too bad to get out with the pin, but the topping lift, the boom topping lift to hold the boom up, which is the cream one, the pulley was an aluminium one. It was completely corroded and seized in there, so that took a bit of gentle persuasion to get it out. So we've got a little bit of wear and tear in the actual mast, but we'll get some new pulleys and put some new pins in and we should be good to go. We've got to replace this old aerial and replace this old electrical and aerial lead, and probably swap out and replace this tricolour for a new updated LED tricolour.
And what else do you want to do to the mast?
The rest of the things we've got to do to the mast is, it's been sitting here for so, well, not here, it's been on the boat for so long that all the spare halyards, all these fitted on them, and they've been sitting here for so long that, you know, they've really got to be, see that one won't even move, so we need to get those out and see what's usable and not usable, and fix up some of the ones that aren't turning, because you've got dissimilar metals. You've got alloy pulley, stainless steel fitting, so they've corroded over the years. We might do, if we get time, give it a light sand and a paint as well, but we'll see.
And steps.
And yeah, if we get time and we get enough sorted out, put some folding steps on it so that we can get up to the top of the mast without major problems. That's generally what's going to happen. We'll refurb this. The halyards have all been pretty much done, but these, for the mainsail, for the lazy jacks, they're not in bad condition, but we just need to go through and check all these and make sure there's no wear and tear on them before we set it all back up again. Hopefully in about 10 days, 2 weeks time.
Okay, here you see the two pulleys at the top of the mast for the topping lift and the main sheet. That's pulling one of them out and forcing the other one out to get replaced. This is the Spinnaker halyard sheave, and doing some measurements we managed to get that out later and replace it. You're going to see a double block shortly, which is the two Genoa halyards. One's been replaced, we've had to put a new line in the other one. Refurbishing the Spinnaker halyard sheave. Here is your lazy jacks where they connect to the mast, and the various pulleys for those and lines. We replaced all those. We kept the little blocks because they weren't bad as a backup. And you've got the topping lift, the green and white topping lift for the Spinnaker pole. The yellow is the Spinnaker halyard, the other's the topping lift, and nearly all the new halyards sitting at the bottom of the mast, all pulled through. Here's all the wiring done.
Morning at Scarborough Marina. we're here showing you the results and the efforts of refurbing the mast. The wiring and the lights and the aerial are all waiting to be pulled out once the mast is finished. The mast has been rubbed back, primed, 2 coats of primer, and then lightly sanded, hence the look that it's got a bit of a dull finish on it in places. It's going to get 2 coats of single pack today and tomorrow, one today, one tomorrow, just for the fact that the temperature in the afternoon is going to be up in the high 20s, so the paint goes off too quick even with additives. So it'll probably take us an hour to paint this morning, and then nearly all the lines and fittings are ready to go back in. Some have already been done. I've got a Spinnaker halyard to go, and I've got a new Genoa halyard to go in, and then just reconnect everything. We've got the new sliders for the boom. That's just going to need a light sanding and a coating. That can be done once the mast is lifted back in, because it's light enough to carry to the boat. And then we've got our furler sitting on the ground that will be just reattached when the mast gets lifted in, hopefully in about a week to 10 days. We're just waiting on one pulley for the top of the mast, which is taking a bit to come in, so everything else is really going well. This morning we're going to put the first of the 2 top coats on, single pack gloss enamel. We're going to be painting it on with very fine haired, good quality paint brushes, and hopefully the finish will be, it's not going to be as good as a sprayed one, but you'll only notice it hopefully up close. We'll take our time and just get a good finish. And then
what are those little grey orange ones?
the orange tins here at the moment, they're paint thinners or brush thinners.
Oh.
But you can also add a tiny drop of that to the paint, which will slow its curing down, which is what we're going to do today.
Oh, okay.
Which means it should keep a wet edge to keep painting, so you don't get
Need a bigger stick.
Today I'm just sanding out a couple of little runs with some wet and dry after our first top coat, before we give it a wipe down and put our second coat on. It's come up really well. A couple of minor spots that we missed because of the sun being so glary yesterday. We actually missed painting them, but otherwise.
So what's the difference between a 2-pack and what we used yesterday?
2-pack and a single pack.
Yeah.
Single pack's just a straightforward paint that's already designed to go off, whereas a 2-pack you mix a hardener agent to it, and then you've got a fixed period to paint. Now the 2-pack polyester is like an epoxy resin, so the surface when it dries is a lot harder. For longevity it's probably good to use, but with the temperatures and everything up here in Queensland, it wasn't possible, and we've ended up with a better finish, I think, on our single pack, and we can touch this up anytime we want. Whereas a 2-pack, you've got to mix it and you've got a working life. So you're restricted to literally times the paint.
So what paint do you prefer to use, the single pack or the 2-pack?
If you can spray and you have the equipment, 2-pack, yes. If you've got to just touch it up And for a cruise, if you're going to go cruising, I reckon a single pack, you can stop and touch it up wherever you want. As I said, with 2-pack, you're restricted to temperatures, mixing times. It becomes a little bit more technical. The weather's got to be the right temperatures. You've got to get the catalyst of the mixing right. So yeah.
Okay, over the next couple of photos you'll see the original lights and spreader lights and wiring and VHF aerial, etc. You'll see the replacement of what the new ones look like, starting from here with the new light base, new tricolour fitted, a couple of extra photos, the new spreader lights being installed, and the new VHF aerial. And also we fitted a Ray Marine wind instrument for the top of the mast, wind speed instrument for the I-70 system. We've also refurbished, which as you'll see in the next few photos, the Selden Furlex furling system for our headsail. Pulled it all apart, did all the bearings, we've re-greased it all, checked everything out, replaced the line and did a general refurb on it.